Hello all you Half Pints out there, and welcome to another town of Salem. You'll notice I'm starting up the video a little bit later than I normally do. Why is that? Because I messed up. But it's okay. We're playing the Amnesiac, which is not a role I typically get. So let's see where it brings us. But we're playing a little bit of ranked practice right now. And you guys seem to enjoy the last time I did this, that I did a full gameplay of this. So you'll also notice that there is another ranked practice out there with the werewolf, but it stopped short. To kind of explain that, because it's not really explained very well until the end of the video, and the chat message is short. Oh, okay, this is great. Yo, I'm Amne. I'll pick town. Goal. Remember who you were and complete that role's objectives. But asking for goals is stupid. Just saying. Not when, yeah, it is. You claim Amnesiac. No, you ask it to everybody, Jailor. And, I think it's silly. It's absolutely stupid when you claim Amnesiac, because I can prove it in a couple days anyway, so. No real point to ask it. I don't like jailers that ask for, like, abilities or attributes or goals. I don't ask for that, because it's not really what the game's about. You know, the game is much more about trying to discover using other means. So I don't have a problem asking for a will, because in theory, if you were in this sort of a town, actually, you would keep some sort of a diary or will of what you were doing. You'd be able to show it to people. So look out a transporter. Do I want one of those? Suicide. Alan Carter was suicide. It's either a consort or an escort. LOL. I'm medium. Nice. I'm sheriff too. So 2 sheriffs and lookout. Why are people whispering to Van Cleef? Dank Farmer and Sarah Wilds. So I could wait. I'm gonna wait one more night. I didn't do a will yet. Not ideal rolls. Was I attacked? Okay, good. I saw a little bit of red there pop up as I was typing, and I was a little bit scared. I was like, oh my gosh, really? But no, we're good. So let's see what happens. James was executed by the jailer. Let's see what else we got here. Wrong answer. So, the medium. James was a medium. This jailer, though. So apparently Van Cleef, the sheriff. Medium's dead. Lookout left. Okay, I am Jailor. Please kill me. I don't want to play. This moron. Game throwing. That's what I'm gonna consider that. I'm gonna consider this some game throwing right here. And this is if you're actually the jailer, you're making stupid plays, and you're blaming it on other people, and then you're just gonna stop playing. You're just gonna kill yourself, or get them to kill you, or are you jester? He trolled me because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I consider this, but I think I'd consider it borderline, if not actual game throwing. So, blackmailer. Yep. So I'm gonna come back tonight. And I'm going to come back as a lookout. Sheriff can find both mafia, 2 of the 3 mafia, but lookout has the possibility of finding all of them. Transporter would be fun, but ultimately not very useful. We could have 4 mafia. It doesn't look good for town, that's for sure. Transport actually probably would be better. I'm gonna go back to transporter. Oh, I think I may have been too late. Please tell me this is a good shot. Or is this just the worst game for talent I've ever seen? When Russian roulette is the only option. Russian roulette is never the only option. Lucky shot then. Alright. So I think I ended up with yeah. So if I should chose lookout the day before. Could have watched the jailer. Now everyone's gonna know what I am because I'm coming back. So I'm a lookout. Definitely would have been better if I was transporter. Hey, y'all left the game. Dang, farmer claimed escort. Escort is unlikely if we have three invests. Jonathan Corwin, unless invest or escort are any role. Escort is town support. Trans and medium are support. We had 3 early TI claim. I know escort is town support. I know. You guys aren't really paying much attention if you didn't understand what that was going for right there. Can't look after myself. So I'm gonna go with gonna have to go with Jonathan Corwin and assume that he's actually Night 4 is this? I don't know. Barrel might die today though. Yep. And I was roadblocked too. He's such a liar. He's such a freaking liar. Whoever claimed the escort's lying. Dank Framer is lying and should be killed. I open trial system and vote guilty on you. And you just say it right here in chat, even though you game throw. So I don't know. I don't know if that's really technically considered game throwing, to announce your jailer and say you just kill me because I don't want to play anymore. At least it's the intent to game throw. Ah, man. No one visited my target though. Please tell me this Vigi got lucky again. Oh, this so-called escort, which I said wasn't very likely, by the way, is not actually an escort. It's a consort. Dink or Jonathan are Moff. It could be a Jonathan actually, but I'm pretty sure it's not Jonathan. I think the escort's the one that's lying. Because Transporter Medium and Mayor are town support. That would be the town supports in the random town, unless consort is the any. So we had a mayor. We have to vote, or Moff wins. I'm Sheriff. I'm Vigi. I shot Urban Big Bird. So you die. You die anyway. Shades came up as Mafia, and you didn't say anything until now? And you didn't say anything until now? Dank Farmer voted on both Shades and McKees. You believe Dank? It's either Dank or Corwin that are Moff. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Maybe this is a jester. Jonathan, it is jester. Jonathan. I'm pretty sure Jonathan. That makes it seem like Jonathan is the one. Because Jonathan pushed on this and then didn't vote, meaning that he had information that town didn't have. So this I found this game to be very upsetting to me as a town player right there. Jail the first night, nothing I can do about it. So I have to pretty much go town or else I get killed. Or I could have waited, I guess, until now and gotten blackmailer. Could have. But bodyguard could have guarded me. I was the clear guard for that night. An exposed lookout. Exposed by the jailer. But not without reason, at least. Who just came back as Amne, has to be killed before you can go after the sheriff, who may not even be a sheriff, honestly. I don't know. I hope arsonists win now. Are all three Rip Townies? For Mafia, yeah. Looks it. Yeah, well, you chose wrong. Dank and Jonathan were very easily lying. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in town. Alright, so let me try to explain some things real quick about why I was so upset about people in this game. Jailor asked for goals, which you can do, but I suggest you don't do it because it's not fun if you ask for goals to see who hesitates or can't do it. That's what probably led to the medium getting killed. Medium probably said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to meta this game right now. I wasn't worth dying over it, so I did it anyway. But generally speaking, I don't like when jailers do that. Then Jailor gave himself up, which he was going to die anyway, but at least he would have had a shot at doing something. Bodyguard didn't guard who he should have been guarding that night. Not at all. Not even close. And then when we finally got down to the point where we started getting some good Dank Framer and Jonathan both claiming roles that were nearly impossible. And this is why they were nearly impossible. It all depended on what the ante was. They both couldn't be it, though. One of them had to be evil, and the Vigilante, I guess, didn't see that. But Medium, Transporter, those are town supports. And when Mayor died, that's the random town. Unless the ante is a consort, or is an escort, the Dank Framer has got to be a consort. Alright, so that's where I came up with that one. But the same thing works for investigator roles. Before I claimed Lookout, by the way, there was a sheriff and who else? There's a sheriff claim, and then there was also Jonathan who was claiming to be another sheriff. And then the Lookout. So 2 sheriffs and a Lookout, that's 3 investigator roles. Town invest, random town? Well, no, the random town's already taken by the mayor. Gotta be the ante then. So unless he was the ante, and he didn't play like an ante, in which case Dank Farmer and Jonathan both would have been in town, it wasn't very likely. It was very unlikely, in fact, that was the case. And it wasn't the case, of course. So between the kind of like the little bit of a game throw from the jailer, who I didn't really appreciate very much, and then just generally poor playing on town. Escort's town support. I know Escort's town support. I didn't say Escort was town investigative. But what I did say is that there was already 3 investigatives that were claiming before we even started this darn game. You guys gotta pay attention to what people say and what roles are available on lists. And sometimes you can look at it and you can say, well, this role is possible. Well, yeah, it's possible, but is it likely? If the answer is no, well then investigate a little bit. Check the guy out. If the answer is yo, it's pretty likely. Like if there's 4 town protectives on the role list and somebody claims doctor, you gotta go, well, it's pretty likely that 4 of these guys are doctors, so he might be one of them. I don't have enough to say no. But if there's 3 claims of town invest, and at a maximum there's 4 town invest if the ante is town invest, you kinda gotta sit there and go, I'm not so sure about this one. I should have known. Now, I thought either Jonathan Corwin or Dank Farmer, whatever it was. I thought one of them was going to be telling the truth. Because I wasn't planning on a Mafia any, although Mafia always seems to get any. I wasn't thinking that there was one. It wasn't until afterwards I kind of went, actually, you know what? It makes sense that Mafia had any. If I think back to it, and you got to look at it this way. If the escort was an escort, well, if I believe that the escort was a consort, and I thought Dank Framer was a consort, that means he must have been the ante, because it's Godfather Mafioso Random Mafia, and we already saw Blackmailer as a Random Mafia, so he would have had to have been the ante. That alone should have been enough to make me go, well, this isn't gonna go well. But that's alright. I'm over it, guys. I'm over it. But definitely not a good town game. Not a good town plays. And definitely a borderline, if not a real, town throw by the jailer. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you guys think below in the comments. And most importantly, as always, peace out.